If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah. This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Pauly Howard, Mike Palm, Mitch out till Wednesday. Palm holding it down. Talk NBA and props. Daniel Karpuc at the bottom of the hour. Jonathan Davis to go over all the games in the NHL and all the props that he likes and the great numbers and trends that he has. Real or Fugazi in 10 minutes. MLB card. Here come the Cardinals, Mike. How about this? They look to become the first team to win 9 in a row this season. Last time they won at least 9 in a row was September of 2021 when they set a franchise record with a 17-game winning streak. They are 1 game back behind the Cubs now, who are scuffling, but it's my guy Sanchez. I love Luzardo. I love Sanchez. Philly up to $1.85. Schwarber on base streak climbing to 46 now. And even though they're hot, they're on the road. Got a bad road record. Phillies, $1.85, plus 115 on the run line. The Cardinals are under 500 against winning teams this season. Their next series are Philly, KC, Detroit, and Arizona. How do you want to play it?
Big step up in class.
That's
for
right.
The Cardinals.
Yeah.
We'll see what they're made of. I'm not a big Liberatore guy.
That's right.
Schwarber, 2 homers last night. And
man, he's locked in.
That's all that Wheeler needed. Wheeler was terrific, too. That was a nice Sunday night game for those that might not have been watching the other sports. I'm going to pass on this game, Paul. I lean Philly, and if I did, I'd play the run line. I don't want to lay 180 or 175, whatever it is right now.
All right. Look at this price. Skeens is plus 140 in some spots. On the road against the Mets, Peterson against Skeens. Skeens has lost 2 in a row, although the run support hasn't been there. And the Mets, if they win, would tie their best home start with the 72 team and the 2015 team. And the Pirates did take 2 out of 3 against Atlanta after they fired Shelton. But it's strange. I guess if you play it, you want to go first 5?
I did first 5 under 3.5 plus 105, Paul.
Very good.
Yep.
Okay. But they're certainly they can't hit. And this is strange, unique where you get Skeens at this price as well. See if he can break out of the slump though. If he gets some run support in this one. But the Mets have been so good all year at home. See if they get it done again. Here's the one I'm talking about. Cubs. Cubs at home against Miami and Quantrill. Cubs are 265. Minus 125 on the run line. Quantrill against the Cubs. 4 starts. 0-3 with a 12.86 ERA. Swanson's on fire. You can play his props. I'm going over team total 4.5. Cubs get whatever they want offensively. They break out of this. They've lost 5 out of 7. Tough schedule. Own Quantrill, and Miami has the second worst ERA in all of baseball.
I think this is a money line parlay spot tonight, Paul. You put the Cubs with the Rangers and the Padres. That's what I'm doing, hooking those 3 up in a money line parlay. Reed's been really good, Colin Reed. You know where he's from, Paul? Cascade, Iowa.
Okay.
25 miles from Dubuque.
There you go. All right. Why the Padres? Anti-Kikuchi, yes, it's awful on the road?
Kikuchi's terrible on the road. Did you see him pitch in Minnesota a couple of weeks ago? He couldn't get any. Paulie gave up 11 singles in 3 innings. Kikuchi.
Yep.
By the way, have you followed the stat about this Angels team? They're, from a hitting perspective, their strikeouts to walks ratio, it's on pace to be the worst in the history of baseball.
Really?
Yeah. This Thursday night, they struck out 13 times, walked once. It's
oh my God.
It's like 0.28.
Yeah.
Right. It's like 4 strikeouts for every walk that they draw.
Not a bad parlay. Okay. That's a G-Bank best bet. Cubs over 4.5 team total. Mike with his parlay, fading the horrible teams. Get the G-Bank Visa signature card today. Most credit cards, street sports books, and gaming transactions as cash advances. That's even when you put your own money on the card. G-Bank treats gaming transactions as purchases, so you're saving up to 3 to 5% on cash advance fees on gaming transactions right there. You'll earn 1% cash back rewards on all eligible sportsbook and gaming transactions and 2% rewards on all eligible purchases. Apply now. VSiN.com/GBank. VSiN.com/gbake. Here we go. One of your plays, fading the Rockies. Texas 250 with Pauly. He's third in ERA. At home in 5 starts, he's got an ERA under 1. Run support hasn't been there. And then we know about the Rockies. They're looking to avoid becoming the 6th team in the modern era to lose 18 of their first 20 road games. The others, the 04 Senators, the 61 Angels, the 88 Orioles, the 05 Astros, the 2006 Royals. Their minus 128 run differential is on pace to finish .518. That would be the 3rd worst all time between the 1899 Cleveland Spiders and the 1890 Pittsburgh Alleghenies. Cleveland Spiders minus 723 run differential. I know what it's like every day in the book here, right? Just lay run line against the run line.
Run line against them. I mean, they're playing 175 ball, Paul.
Yeah. You can lay 2.5 too, and some books even put that up. How ugly that series was in Colorado against San Diego. 20-0 in the 5th inning. Come on now. What kind of operation is this to a hot dog stand? So Pauly's been good. Minus 131, minus 125 on the run line. Seems too good to be true against this team and so bad on the road. Anything else you got your eye on?
I looked a little bit at Job with the Tigers.
6-0 when he starts.
Yeah, I know. Cheap price tonight at home. I haven't played it yet, Paul, but that's the other game I was eyeing. Yeah, I looked a little bit here at the Brewers, but Peralta's been good. Of course, the one year I don't bet him for Cy Young. He's pitched great, and he's been more than 5 in dive. So
that's a 3:10 Pacific first pitch, by the way, too.
Yeah, we'll get a couple innings of the game during the show.
Every one of his starts has gone under but one, and Lively's been good for the Guardians. 2-0 with a 2-1-1 the last 4, and Cleveland's won all 4 of the starts. Milwaukee's 8-1 last night against Cleveland. And Freddie, 3rd best ERA in the National League. Total of 8.5. First 5 under could be in play there. And you're right, because I'm surprised at the price here. And it's actually come down. But Houck is he was solid last time out. But 2nd worst ERA in the American League. And yet he's favored in Detroit. 8 starts this year. Doesn't have a win. Tied with Verlander, Freeland, and Kikuchi. That many starts without a win. Boston's 2-6 in his starts. And Devers has it going. So,
well, he's back in the fold, I guess.
Yeah, well, with the drama going on there, I know as well. But he has been raking lately. So if you want to play Devers props, during his 15-game on-base streak, he's hitting .424. 5 home runs, 17 RBIs, and 10 walks. He's reached base 8 of his last 9 plate appearances. So he's dialed in. You can do Devers props as well. I was begging for the Dodgers to play what Freddie Freeman has been doing. It's incredible. Going over 1.5 total bases on a nightly basis. Hit another bomb yesterday. It was great on Friday. But the Dodgers have the night off in one of your 2 late games. Aaron Judge is minus 2,000 in some spots now to win MVP. Hitting .409, 14 home runs, 39 RBIs. And the Yankees are in Seattle, who got swept by Toronto at home. What happened there?
I had that Friday night. I had Toronto.
Yeah.
Not the rest of the season. I only had them the first game.
It's Schmidt against Hancock. Total of 8. Yankees 150 on the road. Just when you're buying in and feeling good about Seattle, that happened. So you want to go back with the Judge props, you can do that as well. And then the other night game, Verlander at home against Kelly. Arizona favored, $1.25. Total of 8. Kelly in San Francisco, 1-5 with a 5.36 ERA. 9 starts. Arizona's lost 8 of them. Can you trust Verlander, though? Can you get there? Or battle of the bullpens?
Maybe you play over 8.
Okay. I'm fine with the Giants there. It is, again, his horrible numbers going back. Here's your Kikuchi numbers on the road. 5.19 ERA. 26 innings pitched, 15 earned. Kikuchi tonight on the road against San Diego and King. King 218. Total of 7 only. Don't you think they're going to get to him?
I do. That's San Diego at night, and they're on the Malinsky coming off the road trip.
Oh, that's a Malinsky too?
That's a Malinsky.
Are there a couple? Are the Phillies and Malinsky? I forgot to
I don't
look
know how long
at
they
that.
were on the road.
Yeah. Good card tonight. And then Fried goes tomorrow for the Yankees. Some updated numbers. Number one team ROI, the Padres. $100 bet. Risking $100 every game. You're up almost 8 units. Detroit, number 2. Then Cleveland, the Mets, and the Royals. You're down 21 units on Colorado. Second worst team ROI, Baltimore. Pittsburgh, number 3. White Sox, then the Braves. Giants have won all 8 Robbie Ray starts. Detroit's won all 6 Job starts. Canning 7-1. Mize 6-1. Yankees have won all 8 Max Fried starts. Sanchez 6-1. Sonny Gray 7-1 to the over. Yamamoto 7-1 to the under. Evaldi, Littell, Bassett 7-1 to the under. Peralta and Haney 6-1 to the under. Colorado's 1-7 when Freeland starts. 1-7 when Marquez starts. Morton 0-6. Flaherty's Detroit's 1-7. He did it again.
Awful.
He got bombed again. They're 1-7 when this guy starts. Take him out. It's like the opposite of the Yankees. The Yankees only win when under 500 ball when Fried isn't out there. Detroit has that great record. 1-7 when Flaherty goes. So pretty good card tonight in MLB. And you also have the Royals and Astros, where Waka's going. And here comes Houston now. And also getting bailed out by the A's falling back, and also Seattle getting swept as well. I got some Jake Irvin numbers. Irvin going at Atlanta, and Atlanta's $2 at home. Irvin has a 1.16 ERA in 4 starts against the Braves in 2024. Holmes has a 6.35 ERA over his last 3 starts. Abrams has a 16-game on-base streak, hitting .379, 7 extra base hits, 7 RBIs, and 10 runs. 10 for 19 in his last 4 games. More on that coming up with props, which we'll get to. Real or Fugazi up next. Eclectic mix to get to. Run it down rapid fire with Mike. And we know who's going to start the NFL season straight ahead on Follow the Money. Sirius XM Channel 158.
If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high-quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard are here to make you a friend of ours.
That would mean you were made guy.
Investigating what is and isn't legit.
Because that's a fugazi. All right? That's a fugazi. I looked at it for 2 seconds.
Seeing through the lines to make you a better.
I know you know. And I know you know I know you know.
The FTM Army is being sent for.
In our thing, you get sent for, you go in alive, you come out dead. And it's your best friend that does.
These 2 wise guys would never steer you wrong.
Forget about it.
This is Real or Fugazi on Follow the Money.
Love the open. Great job, guys. Here we go. Real or Fugazi, the original. Follow the money. The NFL could have done a better job. September 4th, season starts. We know who's the opener for the Eagles. The options were Washington, Detroit, Chicago, the Rams. But for the first time since 2000, the Cowboys and Eagles will play week 1. Could have done a better job. Real or Fugazi?
Real. Detroit would have been a better matchup. They should just wait for
And the
these
Rams.
divisional matchups.
Yeah.
Rams also.
Yep.
That might be the 2 top teams in the NFC right there.
Yep.
The only team that gave him trouble in the playoffs. Real.
Okay. If you're playing, you're laying. -7. Real or Fugazi?
I think that's real. Do you think that number stays 7?
To Tillier off the air, the Cowboys have a lot of problems.
A lot of problems.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think if you want to lay, you lay the 7. Because I think the number goes up.
Okay. Will this be used in Survivor? You guys have the big announcement on our show.
The whole contest might come down to this. Well, remember, you could if you lose,
revive.
you can load up for Sunday. So you can lose Thursday, you could lose Friday. You can always have 10 going into Sunday.
Yep.
It depends on whether these teams that play the first 2 games are involved in Thanksgiving and Christmas, right?
Yep.
I mean, obviously.
Yep. Schedule comes out Wednesday. Can't wait. And then Derek, Mike Palm, Jeff Benson in studio next Thursday with the announcements with all the Circa contest and what's the guarantee. Looking forward to that. How about Friday night? Chiefs, Chargers in Brazil.
A lot of division matchups. That's what they want to do here. That's like what they're doing to Ireland with the college football. Iowa State and Kansas State and Dublin. That's got to be big locally. I mean,
oh God.
But their conference games. Remember, what was it, Georgia Tech and Florida State last year? It's their conference game that they're flying.
I'm with you. I don't like it.
I must say this. Enough Goodell with the international stuff.
Yes.
All right. The players hate it. Everybody hates it.
What? Tell people what.
Australia. They're going to play a game in Australia
to start the
next year.
season.
It's going to be like a Tuesday, Wednesday with the date line. It's very convoluted. Enough with the travel.
He said he wants to play 16
who's going to
games.
be in London. Did you see who's going to be? It's like
trash. I know.
Nigel's leaving for the 3 weeks.
I don't want to watch it. I know. If he's honest and he's himself, and all this, I don't want to be critical. These guys have the same age and all this stuff because that's what Brady's afraid of. Michael Jordan's going to be a home run hire, a special contributor now that NBC has the rights to, and they're bringing back Round Ball Rock too. For the 2025-2026 season, real or fugazi?
Real, but that's a big if. How honest will he be on network television?
I think he'll be fine.
You can be a different kind of honest in documentaries than you could be on network television.
Now, why would he do that though? Why would he be Michael Jordan?
Well, he's not going to be Brady. He's not going to just say nothing.
Can't be. Right.
There'd be no point of that.
Right.
But he also, I mean,
can he be better than Barkley? I think absolutely.
Well, he could learn what players are on what teams. So I think that would, right there, he might have a check mark up on. They have just a great chemistry with Shaq and Ernie and
good
and
point.
Barkley.
Can I break his balls? I don't know if you can do that to Jordan. I
think you can.
Yeah?
I think he'll get revenge on you though.
Yeah.
I think you have to fear doing it.
Well, he's so damn competitive though.
Very
he's going to come prepped.
Might ruin your life.
Okay, great. And then they got to work it out with Pippen. That's
well.
All right. I don't know. I want to be wrong here. I'm not sure if Belichick makes it through November. Is that real or fugazi?
Well, how much do you trust this Pablo Torre? He's the one that started breaking all these stories.
Incredible.
I say it's
sources.
fugazi. I say it's fugazi, Paul, because these two have worked very hard, and I mean Belichick and Lombardi, to try to set their kids up here with these jobs when they move on, whether it's after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years or whatever it is.
Yep.
Is he's going to throw it all away and put their kids back on the employment line? I don't think that happens. That's the reason I say he sticks it out, or something happens with Miss Maine.
That's incredible reporting, though, where a source at North Carolina, they said banned from the facilities and whatever, and then she's the worst person I've ever dealt with.
Somebody said that the worst human being I've ever dealt with, according to Pablo Torre, I saw the interview.
Right.
He said, and this person has actually worked with real sociopaths, works in the criminology.
Yes, I saw that.
She's the worst person ever.
Come on. How can that?
Could be hyperbole, but.
Oh, God. Okay. We're headed toward the dreaded Stanley Cup final of Dallas, Carolina, and Bettman will be at Hoover Dam. Is that real or fugazi?
I think that's fugazi.
Who's going? It looks like Carolina, Florida, Dallas, and then whoever wins the Vegas series.
I say whoever wins the Vegas series goes, Paul.
It looks so good for about 5 minutes that maybe Winnipeg, Edmonton, Toronto, Washington.
Do you think Rantanen can keep this up, though? He's going to have to keep this up every round,
I
Paul.
do. Yeah, but look at the goaltenders he'd be facing.
Still a fake ace. Remember, you still have a fake ace in Ottinger.
Okay.
He'll be at the...
Derek Carr was the definition of average. Real or fugazi?
I'd say it's fugazi because even an average quarterback can win a playoff game. Average quarterback. I think he was below average, Paul. I think
you could never get excited. You weren't going anywhere.
I think you could argue he got the most pay per performance of any quarterback in NFL. He got more money for
Cousins.
at least for.
That's got to be Cousins. Cousins has made more.
Cousins has made more, but hasn't he done more?
I think one playoff win. It's 1-0.
That's infinitely more than Carr. One is infinitely more than 1 divided by 0 is infinity, right? So he's still, right?
Incredible stuff from Detillier. Incredible.
Detillier's a very interesting guy.
95% of the calls and texts.
Opinions.
95% of the callers and texts said thank you. He's out. We get to move on.
Most polarizing guy he's ever been around.
Can you believe that? That's also strong.
It's a little tough following Breeze down there too.
Well, that's fair. I know.
But he was polarizing with the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely. Real or Fugazi. The Cavaliers are done.
I think it's real.
Yeah.
How do you lose by 41 and a half?
I don't care who's
You
hurt.
give him any credit for winning the second half by 20 at all?
No.
No credit at all.
No, absolutely. Now, Mitchell's a game-time decision.
I think they got big trouble.
Yeah.
And I think Indiana is very versatile offensively. I think Carlisle's a proven commodity at coach. They'll force a game 6. All the pressure will be on the Pacers, but that's a good home court advantage. You've been there, Market Square Arena or whatever it is.
They're 41-16 since January 1st. This whole thing has been mispriced.
Yeah.
There it is, Real and Fugazi. Good job. I mean, they're 41-16. Cleveland Blue game 2. They were phenomenal in game 3, but then it's just Indiana's going to play so fast, and then good luck, see if you can stop us, and you can't. So 28 times a team has won at least 64 games. 26 of them at least made the conference finals. They would be the third team ever to win this many games in the regular season and can't even make it to the conference final. That is a tough
Will you
offseason.
tell us the two that didn't make it?
The Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns, who lost to Luka in the second round, and the Mavs got beat in the first round. They won 65, I think, 66 games, lost to the Warriors in a 1-8, and the Warriors were 10-1 takeback. I know a couple people who had it. Bob Vulgaris, one of them. Want to know where the money's really going? Unlike other sources, our betting splits come straight from Circa and DraftKings. Circa is known for taking huge bets from pro bettors. See the percentage of bets versus percentage of handle on every game across every major sport, helping you make smarter, more informed bets. Everyone loves it. Get the betting splits now and join the team. $9.99 for your first month. VSiN.com/subscribe. That was something yesterday. I don't care who's hurt. In a game you have to have, you can't be down 40. And then you can't even make a charge.
They were down 20. I looked up, they were down 40.
I
It was
know.
17-0 run.
Strange where a game you know was over right away in the first quarter. I mean, this is the playoffs. That's happened a couple times already. But I said I don't like how they coasted in the regular season. They sat people for the last 2 weeks, and their defense was putrid against Miami. And it carried over here. And then again, you can't blow a 7-point lead with 48 seconds left. This series should be 2-2. But I can't believe the point spread tomorrow, where you're getting 8 points with what I think's the better team right now, and you don't know about Garland. Mitchell's compromised, don't know if he plays, and the other guys are banged up. Crazy. Talk NBA and props coming up next. Daniel Karpuc on what he likes, and we'll start with Tatum and the Celtics. Rapid fire coming up. VSiN Follow the Money, Sirius XM Channel 158.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Major props to you. Rapid fire with all the props coming up in 10 minutes. All right. For the first time on Follow the Money, we talked to our new member of the staff, Dan Karpuc, to talk about the NBA playoffs and a lot of props right now. Game 4 tonight, huge. Celtics laying 6.5 on the road against the Knicks, and he joins us now on the Progressive Guest Line. Thanks for the time, my friend. Good to meet you. Let's start with Tatum. How you want to attack this and how the Knicks have done a good job on Tatum in the series so far.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I'm thrilled to be here. And I'm going to go with Tatum under 27.5 points. This is minus 115. I got this at here. He's gone 0 for 3 versus this number in the series here. Game 1, 23 points on a very inefficient 7 of 23 shooting. Game 2, 13 points on 5 of 19 shooting. Game 3, 22 points on 8 of 20 shooting. He's playing 40-plus minutes in each game, so this isn't about a lack of opportunity. It's about who is defending him. So I did some digging here through NBA.com numbers. OG Anunoby has absolutely bottled him up this series. Now, they've matched up on 119 partial possessions where Anunoby's been defending him in this series. Tatum, in those possessions, has gone just 2 for 10 shooting, with 3 turnovers, 6 total points in 24 minutes and 53 seconds of matchup time. Translation, Anunoby knows exactly what he is doing out there. He is taking away Tatum in isolation, and this is exactly what the Knicks acquired him for. So Tatum is contributing elsewhere. I don't mind going to his rebounds or assists, but the Knicks are really making him work to fill up those points. And unless Boston drastically changes things offensively, which I don't expect to happen here, I'm going to go with Tatum under his points once again for the 4th straight game here.
Great breakdown. That's awesome. Can't believe those stats. How about OG's prop? And the Knicks have struggled as Boston's held them to 95 a game in the series in regulation. They've bottled up Brunson. What do you think about OG's prop?
Yeah, another crazy thing I saw here. He's gone under 14.5 points in 27 of 28 career games against the Celtics now. So this isn't just a cold streak. It's a clear matchup trend here that I really want to key in on. And it's correlated with that Tatum play as well. He is spending all of his energy really trying to slow down Boston's top defenders, whether it's Tatum, whether it's Jaylen Brown. And he's expending a lot of energy on that end of the court. The one time that he went over that number was in game 1 of the series, 29 points, but he took 20 shots. And he really got hot in the second quarter. 20 of those points came in the second half, and so I don't really see that being a predictable factor here going into game 4. In games 2 and 3 combined, he had 7 total points on 15 total shot attempts. So it's going to be low volume shooting, probably once again for Mr. Anunoby. And it's correlated with that Tatum play. I don't mind even playing them as a 2-leg SGP there as well.
Okay. This is strange. We never see this again. Sports books didn't know what to do. I mean, how you think the series will play out. Before game 3, in some spots, the Knicks were favored to win the series, yet the Celtics were favored to win the Eastern Conference. And now, down 2-1, the Celtics are as high as $1.40 to win the Eastern Conference.
It's absolutely unbelievable. I would hate to be odds makers when it comes to these playoffs. Everything's just so unpredictable day to day. But I think there is one more predictable angle here from a player prop perspective, which is Karl Anthony Towns over rebounds. I've been hammering this all series here. I got a little worried in game 1, but he still went over. He was at 10.5 rebounds in game 1 and 2. Now he's at 11.5, but I don't care whatsoever. Game 1, 13 rebounds on 21 rebounding chances. And if you remember, he had a ton of foul trouble early in that game too. Game 2, 17 rebounds on 26 chances. Game 3, 15 rebounds on 21 chances. The Knicks really need him to dominate the glass here. You can't give a team like Boston those extra looks, those second chance opportunities. As we know, they're going to launch 3-pointers. We're going to see lots of clanks off the rim, even though, if they make 30-40%, they still can obviously win the game, and they've shown the ability to do that. But they really need Towns to show up on the glass. So if he plays 35, 40 minutes, which is probably going to happen here in a close game once again, he's cleared this number 3 straight times, and he's gotten all those chances, 21 plus chances on the boards in all 3 games so far.
Dan Karpuc joins us on the Progressive Line, new with VSiN. Read his stuff up at VSiN.com with all his player props, and it's Follow the Money. Pauly Howard, Mike Palm. So you were listening before you came on. Indiana's up 40 in a game Cleveland had to have. They're 41-16 since January 1st. They play so damn fast, and they have so many scores that I don't think people are sleeping on this team, but people weren't aware of the record since January 1st. As high as 15-1, I saw, to win the title. With what you see with OKC, the lack of big game experience, Dort's on the bench in crunch time. They couldn't count on a lot of guys to score and make shots, and Williams was atrocious in the win on the road. What do you think of the Pacers to win it all?
I think it's the biggest value on the board, to be honest, right now. You think of a team like last year's Celtics team, like this year's Celtics team. A lot of people point to the fact that they have the luxury of bringing Pritchard off the bench. They could beat you in so many ways. Well, think about this Pacers team. They could beat you in so many ways as well. You look at TJ McConnell yesterday. I think he had 13 points, 8 rebounds off the bench. He's a guy that Rick Carlisle really trusts to come in and run that second team offense. And he's shown the ability to really take over games at times where Halliburton's the one on the bench. You saw Andrew Nembhard, who is a guy that really crushed it the first couple games of this series, and he's really taken a step forward during these playoffs with some extra minutes. You guys, Benedict Mathurin off the bench, even though he got ejected last game there, he's a guy that could come in and score you 30 points. Obi Toppin, there's just so many ways that Rick Carlisle can match up against his opponents here. You can go big with Miles Turner. You could sub him out for Obi Toppin. You could go just do a whole bunch of different things, go wing heavy. That's a team that I like a team like that is one that I like to put my money behind.
I'm with you on that one, and I got 19-1 to win the East. How about the late game? Ooh. Interesting prop here, how you want to attack this with Gobert.
Yeah, so plus 340 over at DraftKings for 5+ alternate first quarter rebounds. So I've done this with 4+ alternate first quarter rebounds 3 games in a row and won each of those. So I'm going to go with 5 here because guess what? I would have won if I did it with 5+ in each of those first games here. So Rudy Gobert in the first quarter during the series, game 1, 5 first quarter rebounds. Game 2, 5 first quarter rebounds. Game 3, 7 first quarter rebounds in 8, 9, and 10 minutes. So whether or not he closes the game, I don't even want to get into that because if the Warriors go small, which they might do in this game, they might go Draymond heavy, they might go Kuminga heavy and just not even play any of those bigs that they have and just try to run the Timberwolves off the floor. I want to go to Gobert early here and not even worry about his full game prop. So he's going to get those first quarter minutes. The Warriors don't have any true size to match up with him. So whether it's Trace Jackson Davis getting the start again, whether it's Kevon Looney, Draymond Green, no one could really contest his size and length inside here. And the Minnesota really uses Gobert to anchor those opening minutes here. He's averaging 11 rebounds on 21 rebounding chances per game this series. But like I said, early, and plus 340 is, I think, amazing value on something that's hit 3 times in a row.
Daniel, I try to listen to Chris Finch because he's very candid in his radio interviews, and he talked about yesterday defending the threes and getting the long rebounds and getting out and running. Is there any way to convert that into maybe an assist prop on one of their wing players?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch that from Finch, but I think that's definitely an angle there. I think, if I was Chris Finch in the Timberwolves, I mean, would I really try to make this anything but a slugfest? I'm not sure about that, just because I don't think the Warriors are going to be able to really match up with them and get things done if that's the case. But, maybe we're looking at a low assist total on a guy like McDaniels. If there's long rebounds and he's catching a rebound out towards the arc somewhere, they really try to push the pace. I'm down for that as well. So I definitely have to look more into that, but I think that's an interesting angle to attack for sure.
1.5 is assist prop.
Good. Great job. Good info. We'll talk to you soon. Good luck. Welcome to the team.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right, there you go. Smarter bets start here and all season long with VSiN Pro. For limited time, we're slashing the price of our annual subscription, normally $240, now just $199. And when you sign up, 2 extra months for free. It's 14 months, less than 50 cents a day. Use promo code PRO. 14 months, every best bet, every host, every guest, the betting splits, 24/7 live video, the special edition betting guides, vsin.com/subscribe, code PRO. Get 14 months for just $199, vsin.com/subscribe. All the props we like coming up. MLB, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and some breaking news in the NFL. Coming up on Follow the Money. Sirius XM Channel 158, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, downtown Las Vegas from Circa.
If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Adam Schefter reporting. Fox will have a doubleheader, Week 16, Saturday, December 20th. Eagles at Commanders, Packers at Bears. Pretty good. But you find something interesting here with this announcement.
Well, last year, the teams that played on that Saturday before Christmas also played on Christmas Day. So could this be a foreshadowing of Eagles, Packers, and Bears, Commanders? The team that wants to ban the tush push against the Eagles on Christmas Day?
Sounds like that's going to go through. Oh, God. That'd be ridiculous if the league did that. But I think we're headed towards that. Interesting how you point. Okay. And then you're also hearing what Bears, Eagles, Black Friday?
Yes. That's what I'm hearing. A credible source.
Okay. It's good job so far. I would have gone with a different opponent for the Eagles to start the season, but the game in Brazil's nuts as well. And that's a good doubleheader, Week 16. Full schedule comes out Wednesday. Major props to you. I'm going to start in baseball. You can go 1.5 with a lot of these. DraftKings also has 2 for total bases. Devers, 2 plus 115. 15-game on-base streak. He's hitting .424 with 5 home runs and 17 RBIs and 10 walks. He's reached base in 8 of his last 9 plate appearances. A home run, a double, and 2 walks. Think he keeps it going tonight?
The plus price over 2?
Plus price, yeah.
I take it.
Yeah, got it. He's been great. Other great numbers. C.J. Abrams, 16-game on-base streak, hitting .379. 7 extra base hits, 7 RBIs, 10 runs. 10 for 19 in his last 4 games with 3 hits each in 3 of those contests. He is plus 120, 2 total bases.
Well,
you can play hits, you can play over 1.5, whatever you want to do, but depends where you shop, but you can really get creative with some of this stuff.
I mean, he hits a lot of doubles, so I mean, that's a key factor there as well.
Got a lot of Freddie Freeman in him, no doubt. Machine. And how about Swanson for the Cubs? 2 is plus 160. He's been on a good run for the Cubbies as well and has great numbers against Quantrill. Then again, all these guys do. But 0-3 with a 12.86 ERA in 4 starts against the Cubbies. Manny Machado hitting .451. 5 extra base hits, 9 RBIs on an 11-game hit streak. He's hitting .335 in 49 games against the Angels. He's hitting .326 against Southpaws this season, with all 3 of his home runs coming against lefties. Hello, Kikuchi. Let's eat with that. Get creative with Machado props as well. Anything MLB?
What's his odds to hit a home run tonight, Paul?
Right now.
Say that?
I didn't look at that. I'll get it right now.
Okay.
Just looking at these other ones. You got anything?
I'm going to play Peralta over 16.5 outs.
You love that stuff.
Well, he's hit two games in a row now. He's pitched 6 innings. Yeah, I've been critical of him as 5 and dive, but he's been good the last 2 starts.
Yep.
And as you said, every game's gone to the under with him. In Cleveland, about 15, 20 minutes here, Paul.
Right.
We're going to have first pitch.
Right.
Minus 109, over 16.5 outs.
The hell is it? Looking for the home. Why can't I find it? Stolen bases, walks. I'll look for it in a second. Yeah, you can grab it. Why is it? Why they got everything but that here? Yeah, what's Machado at a home run? Thank you. Plus 340. There we go.
That's worth it.
Not bad. Okay, NBA. I got to go back to the well with Kuminga here. His point prop, 16.5. He takes so many shots, plus they need him. It's been a wild run here, but I guess why you see he wasn't playing, because he's a ball hog, and you can't have that when you got Curry and Butler out there. But he had a great performance. He had 30 points in the last game, and was 11 of 18. He had 18 points. The game before that only took 11 shots, 26 minutes. But now there's some more trust in him with Kerr. His hands are tied as well. 35 minutes in the last game, scored 30, and took 18 shots, 18 points in game 2, 11 shots, and played 26 minutes. And then we know what happened with Curry in game 1. So I don't mind. I like Kuminga points over in the big one tonight with Minnesota. Anything catch your eye with the NBA props?
I'm going to take that McDaniel prop, over 1.5 assists.
All right. Good breakdown. Good stuff from Finch as well. Go with that in the NBA. NHL, props here, a lot to get into. You are absolutely correct that the safest thing going right now is Caps Hurricanes first period under. There hasn't been a goal scored in the first period of this series. Also, Anderson saves under 21.5. Washington just can't generate enough offense and shots unless there's fluky stuff with the power play, and this has cashed I think all 3 games of the series, certainly the last 2. 20-cent move here now, come down. Carolina was $2.90, now down to $2.70 at DraftKings. So I like that. And then first period over again. It's a big one. It's like $1.70 now with the price with VGK and Edmonton. But every first period but one. 8-1 to the over. VGK first periods have gone over. I'll go right back with that tonight. And the unfortunate news that it's Skinner again. So I guess Pickard got hurt in the overtime, right before overtime, or in overtime, and it opened the door for the Knights, even though Edmonton blew the 2-0 lead. Skinner, which is an atrocious move by Smith. I don't know what he was doing. Gives up the game-winning goal, and he scores with Riley scores with less than a second left, and now we got a series.
I mean, he gets the puck with under 3. Why would you come that far out of the net?
Yeah. Was he looking at the clock? And said maybe he's going to try to go wrap around on me? He doesn't have enough time.
He didn't have time.
I know. Why is he out that far? Then he leaves the 5 hole
Amazing
open.
play by Carlson.
Right.
Edmonton had control of the puck from 30 seconds down to like 12 when Carlson picks it up and somehow goes coast to coast, 1-on-1. Beats everybody down and then throws the puck back.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, though. This Skinner move was inexcusable.
Yep. Ridiculous. And then one more. I'm going to go Jaylen Brown under 22.5 points for the Celtics. It was a good breakdown from Dan and the issues that Tatum has had. Brown's 5 of 23 from 3. So he hasn't been able to find his game either. Yet they're still up, they can still have a chance to tie this series, and they've led by 20 points in all 3 games. Just one of the craziest. Did you get the Boston the favorite going into game 3? Series price?
We did. We got to 120.
Wow, you did, okay.
We picked one. We have them 110 either way, and we closed minus 120.
Okay. You never see this again. This is bananas. You went to 120, but a lot of spots had the Knicks $1.15, meaning the Knicks are favored to win the series, but Boston is favored to win the conference. And then now they're $1.40 with the issues that Cleveland has in Indiana. How about your price you got here? I think you're at 260 on the series price on the Pacers. They lead 3 games to 1.
That's all.
Yet they're only 260 adjusted series price in that range. How crazy is that? 280, I think he had. 280, 260, something like that. When I looked before the show, they just took it down.
Is Cleveland going to be favored in Game 6 at Indiana if we get there?
I know, but how can that be? Okay, they had one bad performance, but you saw when they play so fast, and then they're knocking down threes that they're one of the better teams in the league. 280 now. You were 260. You're up to 280. So there is a 60-cent difference between Circa and DraftKings on the Cavs series price and what they're at. Come on. 3 games to 1. They've been the better team. And you would definitely are we sure it goes back to Indiana? I don't think Mitchell plays. He's a great job last week. Our relationship with the Sharp Plays goes back to day 1 on Follow the Money. Before the line moves, the Sharp Plays at sharpplays.com already there. Don't chase the market. They move it. You're not going to out-muscle billion-dollar sports books or full-time pro bettors on your own. But with the Sharp Plays, you don't have to. Powered by cutting-edge AI and trusted insider sources, the Sharp Plays delivers the edge that serious bettors rely on. You'll get free betting reports, real-time alerts, and market-moving insights, all delivered right to you via email or X. and this isn't some overnight startup. They're a documented track record going back to 2011. Receipts, public logs, and results right there on the site. Respected, watched, and feared. That's the Sharp Plays. Check them out now at sharpplays.com. Go get them. Adjusted series price at DraftKings, OKC minus 525. Pacers minus 330. Celtics $3. Timberwolves $8. To win the East, Boston minus 140. Pacers plus 360. Knicks and Cavs plus 650. OKC minus 185 to win the West. Minnesota plus 285. Denver plus 750. Golden State 22-1. How concerned are you with OKC? No one can make shots all of a sudden after the Game 2 performance.
Yeah, I thought SGA was horrible in Game 3.
Yep.
And he kept insisting on holding the ball and shooting there.
It was a big mistake.
Contested shots.
Williams has the hot hand. He's got to shoot there in that situation. Series should be over. 2 games tonight in the NBA. 2 games in the NHL. And a good MLB card. Rapid fire with picks and previews coming up next. Follow the money. Sirius XM channel 158.
If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high-quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.